Let's now listen to the South Korean president speaking at the UN General Assembly in New York. Listen in.
And joining in discussions on every street corner where there was singing, dancing, and painting. The radiant faces of parents who took their children by hand to join rallies. And the pride of young people who picked up trash on the streets afterwards. All these scenes were very much a part of democracy and peace. The candlelight revolution in Korea started in a public square where the yearning for restoration of democracy and the constitution awakened the citizens' collective intelligence. I too participated in the rallies myself, just as a citizen. The people of the Republic of Korea achieved democracy in the most peaceful and beautiful manner. They proved the power of popular sovereignty, the quintessence of democracy. They also proved the fact that the power of peace rather than violence can bring greater changes to the world. The new administration of the Republic of Korea is made possible by the candlelight revolution. Above and beyond the meaning of a democratic election, this means that the administration was launched by the participation and aspirations of the people and their awareness that they are rightful owners of the nation. I am now standing here on behalf of that administration. I'm very gratified with and also proud of the fact that the Republic of Korea, though belatedly a democracy, showed the world a new hope for democracy. Now, building on that strength, the Republic of Korea intends to play an active role in addressing pending issues facing the international community. Mr. President, the Republic of Korea has always taken joint steps with the United Nations. Since the establishment of the government in 1948, the Republic of Korea has received significant assistance from the United Nations, both during the Korean War and the process of post-war reconstruction. Even though it was not until 1991 that the Republic of Korea could become a member of the United Nations, the country has enhanced its roles and responsibilities as a member state faster than any other nation in the span of just one generation. From 1993 onwards, Korea has continued to participate in peacekeeping operations. This year, as chair of Peacebuilding Commission, it is focusing on resolving the root causes of conflicts. Over the past 5 years, the Republic of Korea has increased the financial assistance for refugees by 15 times, and last year, it joined the UNHCR's $20 billion+ donors club. Now, expediting the implementation of the Paris Agreement and a shift in energy policy, the Korean government is also taking its lead in supporting the climate change responses of developing countries through Global Green Growth Institute and the Green Climate Fund. On top of this, my administration has met the goal of filling 30% of the cabinet with female ministers, thereby spearheading the efforts to realize gender equality, one of the goals of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. In the years to come, the Republic of Korea will significantly increase its contributions to the United Nations in all sectors. Among other things, it is truly meaningful that the theme of this session of the UN General Assembly, focusing on people, is in line with the philosophy of the governance of the new administration in the Republic of Korea. People come first is the slogan I have used for several years to express my political philosophy. And the people are at the center of all policies of my new administration. As of now, my administration is pursuing bold measures to change the economic paradigm in order to deal with the economic inequalities that stand in the way of growth and social cohesion. We are now pursuing economic policies focusing on the income growth of individuals and households. and promoting an economy where the growth is led by job creation and all people can enjoy equal opportunities and the fruits of growth. This is what we call a people-centered economy. My administration's determined endeavors to realize inclusive growth will not be confined to our country. In accordance with this new paradigm, the Republic of Korea will render support for sustainable growth in developing countries.
Mr. President, Secretary General, and representatives from around the world, I was born in a refuge town in the middle of the Korean War. This civil war, which evolved into an international war, devastated the lives of countless people. Over 3 million lost their lives, and many of the survivors were deprived of decent living. My father was also one of them. My father, who thought he was taking temporary refuge at the time, could never make it back to his hometown before he passed away. I come from one of the separated families, the victims whose human rights were violated by the war. The war has yet to come to a complete end. The Korean War, a war that began as an offshoot of the larger Cold War conflict, continues to this day. Though the Cold War ended and 64 years have passed since the conclusions of the Armistice Agreement, the war remains ongoing in the form of an uneasy ceasefire on the peninsula, the last residual Cold War order in Northeast Asia. As tensions soar in Northeast Asia due to North Korean nuclear and missile issue, the memory of war and wounds become more pronounced and hearts aspiring to peace pound painfully. This is the Republic of Korea on the peninsula in September 2017. For me, the president of the only divided country, peace is calling and a historical duty. I am representing my fellow citizens who sent out a message of peace through the candlelight revolutions to the global village where wars and conflicts know no end. At the same time, I am entrusted with the responsibility to safeguard the people's rights to peace, to an undisturbed daily life as a universal value. For these reasons, I hope North Korea will be able to choose on its own path leading to peace. I believe peace, when chosen willingly, becomes sound and sustainable. More than anything else, I am grateful that my convictions are joined by the international community. Despite the international community's concerted demand and warnings,